And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, Sapphire. Hello, Trumpet. Hello, Roy. Hello, Luke. How y'all doing today? Everything is chaotic today. But you know what? I have food in the crock pot. I had lunch. I got a shower. I'm pretty happy. And now we're playing Nancy Drew, so I'm about to be even happier. Holy, Luke says he's gonna hit a 200 stream streak tomorrow. What? I had pot stickers. I've been getting these, vegetable pot stickers that are weirdly good. The hula girl dances! Hi, Benjamin. Ooh, Trumpet had string cheese. I haven't had string cheese in forever. I loved it as a kid, and then I discovered the, sharp cheddar.
I love you.
Okay, there it is. The sharp cheddar snack cheese sticks, and I was lost. So, do you peel it or just haul? Also, thank you for the sub, Benjamin. Really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, a 14-month streak? I haven't been doing this long enough for that, have I? I'm a newbie.
When Kyler Mallory called me from her home in London and asked me to be her maid of honor, I was a little reluctant. After all, I hadn't seen her since she stayed with us as an exchange student a couple of years ago. But when she told me the wedding is going to take place at an old family castle in Ireland, how could I say no? The wedding will be very small, but Kyler still needs help with all the final preparations, which means she'd like me to arrive several days early. So I'm going to fly to Dublin, rent a car, and meet Kyler at Castle Malloy. She warned me that the place is somewhat in need of repairs, whatever that means, and unfortunately by the time I get there it'll be night. But I've never been to Ireland before, and I've never even seen a real honest-to-goodness castle, let alone stayed in one. So the fact that it may be dark and run down just makes it more of an adventure. And you know me, whenever the question is who wants to go on an adventure, my answer is always, I do.
So Wickford Castle doesn't count? Management says, pretty sure you'd been going for a bit, even when I found you. I'm pretty sure you were the first regular viewer, other than, my husband and my mother. So it hadn't been that long. Yeah, Nancy can pick up everything. Benjamin says, found you after YouTube recommended me a random VOD. Still no idea why, but good fortunes. The number of, wonderful things that I have found through completely random recommendations where there's just no reason for that to have been recommended. It's okay. Leprechaun. Help. They're punning already. And wedding invitation. Roy wants green beer. Trumpet says, not a big fan of Firmament, unfortunately, but it's how I found this stream, so good still came out of it. I want to play it again and see if I like the story better. Knowing what it is. Yeah, it's one of those where if you break it down into its components, I quite like it, but then the pacing was just a little bit off. Yeah. Silly. Alright. Grab our plane ticket. Junior detective. I'll be in my 60s and still doing junior detective.
In preparation for our landing, please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
So your plane was on time, your luggage arrived, your rental car was waiting, everything went without a hitch?
Yep, and according to Kyler's directions, I'm within 2 kilometers of Castle Malloy. Now stop worrying about me and get over to the Dunn Hills. What time is it there?
Around 2. The party just started. It's gonna go all day, so I've got plenty of time. Are you driving?
Yes, Ned, I'm talking on my cell phone while I'm driving, but it's okay. There's absolutely no traffic. And I think I see the gates. I gotta go. Say hi to the Dunn Hills for me and have fun.
Without you? Yeah, right. Take care, Nancy.
Oh
Hee hee. Hi,
no!
Boomer.
What was that?
Nancy Drew probably plays on Junior Detective. She might. We lost our phone. That's not ominous at all. Hello, Nancy Hannah. Welcome back. How are you today? Oh gosh, Trumpet says that in case anyone's curious, Christmas is only 82 days away. I did receive in the mail the first Christmas present I've ordered so far. It's only 28 days until Halloween. I mean, as many fake hauntings as there are, a real benevolent haunting would be nice. Yep, one gift ready to go. And it's Happy Hallow Thankmas. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness, why is Nancy's posture so bad? She looks like the avatar from Hogwarts Legacy. Look at that. Slouch. Posture check. Check your posture, Nancy. We're one out for Nancy's spine.
Oh, hello. I'm Nancy Drew. I'm here for the wedding.
The wedding's been called off, so go on back to where you come from.
No, wait, please. My car's in the ditch by the gate. I can't go anywhere.
Walk down the road to the inn then. Give me your keys and I'll see to your car in the morning.
I left the keys in the car. Can I at least talk to Kyler?
She's sleeping.
No, wait. I came all the way from the States.
You cannot stay here. Go to the inn, I said. Now off with you.
Please, can I come in just for a minute? Hello? Are you there? Hello?
Let's see. Alright, I think we're gonna have to throw one of the scary big rocks. Come on. Need more rocks. can't tell where they're hitting. There's no strike animation, so I can't tell where they actually end up. Ooh. Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. I let myself in through your window with a brick. Hi. Oh, that's really bugging me that I can't tell where they hit. You just kind of... Oh, that's puzzling me. We'll be stuck here forever. We'll never beat the game because we can't get in. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Just had to aim at one of the downstairs windows so that we could hit the upstairs window. Hey.
Deaf are you now? I told you you cannot be staying here.
No, what are you doing? That's Nancy Drew, my maid of honor. Let her in.
Why does everyone have such wide eyes in this one? Like,
Matt's
wide.
disappeared? How can somebody you came all the way out here with to marry just disappear?
He hasn't disappeared for good. You have to understand, Matt's a bit of a prankster, and the wedding is still days away.
He disappeared as a prank?
He adores getting people in a tizzy. I do think he's pushing the envelope this time, but he'll show up. Mind you, it may not be till I've started down the aisle, but he'll show, saying he just wanted to make this a wedding no one shall ever forget.
Okay, maybe I'm the only one who thinks that's a red flag. I personally think that's a red flag. Okay.
Why did that man at the door tell me the wedding was off?
That was the caretaker, Donald Delaney. Not Donald, mind you. There's no D at the end, so it's pronounced Donal. That's the way you're supposed to spell it, which is to say that's the way the Irish spell it.
Proud of his heritage, huh?
Indeed. Which would be tolerable if his love for the Irish wasn't accompanied by an abiding distaste for the British. Now, he rather likes me, but that's only because he considers me to be Irish, since I'm directly related to the man who used to own this place. When it comes to my British fiancé, Donald detests him, which is why he was so quick to tell you the wedding's off. He wants it to be off. He came right out and said, if I am to be married in Castle Malloy, it simply must be to an Irishman. Said my marrying a Brit would upset the fairy people, or whatever he calls them.
Do you have any idea where Matt disappeared to?
No, but I know he didn't go far. The fact is, sometimes I hear him. You know, his voice. It's very faint and muffled, but it sounds like he's calling to me, saying things I can't quite make out. Teasing me, the lout. So I know he's somewhere close by. He'll be here for the wedding. I'd stake my life on it. Of course, I remember well your penchant for solving mysteries. So if you want to give this one a go, by all means do. You could start in the nursery. It's down the hall. That's where Matt had set up his cot and was spending most of his time. Find him, Nancy. Having my maid of honor ruin this silly vanishing trick of his would teach him a lesson he sorely needs.
Alrighty. So, how's everybody doing today? What y'all up to? I've been trying to be productive today, and I'm running way too slow, so I have a ton of stuff that I need to do after stream. But I'm so hoping that after that I have time to play more Nancy Drew. I'm in a Nancy Drew mood.
Someone ran out in front of my car on my way here and caused me to drive into a ditch.
Are you all right?
Me, I'm fine. My car and my cell phone, not so good. And I'm pretty sure whomever I saw dropped this. Looks like some kind of homemade doll.
The clothes. It looks like Matt. And that's his ring. What did the person who dropped this look like?
I didn't really get a good look. It was dark and I was distracted and it moved so fast. Frankly, I'm not even sure if what I saw was a person.
Denal, the caretaker, when we realized Matt was gone, straight away Denal claimed Matt had been kidnapped by fairies, which is of course utterly ridiculous. It was probably Matt himself you saw, tricked out in some costume and leaving that doll behind just to confound us. Well, I do hope he's enjoying himself, because as soon as we're married, that will be that. No more practical jokes. Ever.
Put your foot down. Welcome back, Sapphire, and hi, Pip. How are you today? Boomer had to run errands on not enough sleep, moving to lay back in recliner soon. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. Nancy Hannah says, have a day off, so gotten some stuff done. Need to get up and get more done. Cooked a chicken, so gotta go debone it while I listen. Ooh, nice. I have chicken soup in the crock pot. Luke, I can change him. Pip says the fairies definitely did it. Absolutely. If that's an option, that's it.
Where does Mr. Delaney live?
All I know is he comes at dawn and leaves at sunset. I can't fathom what he does all day, but he always seems to be puttering away at something. When he's not working, he spends most of his time down the road at the Screaming Banshee Inn.
Totally not a red flag. Like, I find his practical joking thing a red flag, but her being like, well, I'll just make him not do that, also a little bit of a red flag. Like, says, good, prepping for youth retreat for the weekend. Been all over the place. Ooh, fun!
Who pays him?
My grandfather's estate. Apparently, Grandpapa considered Denal to be as much a part of Castle Malloy as those moldy old tapestries you see everywhere. I should let him go. All he ever talks about are banshees and fairies and leprechauns. And he can be quite obstinate, as you saw at the door. But if Grandpapa saw fit to put up with him all those years, I suppose I can too.
We're completely incompatible. Can't wait for the wedding. Heart. Yep. It's got a little bit of a she shipped Ron and Hermione vibe. He's the it's a prank, bro. It's a prank guy. Definitely seems to be a like the haha, it's funny that you got so distressed when it was just a prank, so you're all worked up over nothing. I'm glad that's funny to you. I want to change everything about him to fit what I want. We're gonna be so happy. He asks, how many tabs does everyone have open? On the computer or on my phone? Because on the computer, I only have like 4 tabs open. On my phone, I have 2 different browsers with 80 to 120 tabs each. And that's because I culled them recently. So yeah.
Does it bother you to be here all by yourself?
Actually, Matt's best friend Kit Foley is here too. He set up a cot in the Great Hall downstairs.
Okay, well, now I'm worried about everybody. What kind of psychopath sets up their cot in the Great Hall? Just giant room, high ceiling, very open. You're just gonna sleep right in the middle of that all by yourself. Says my husband and I do harmless little pranks, like going boo around the corner kind of pranks. Yeah, this... like, oh yes, it's totally in character for him to pretend he's been kidnapped right before the wedding.
Is he from London too?
He lives in London now, yes, but both his parents are Irish. You could practically hear Denal's ears perk up when he heard that.
What are you doing in here, if you don't mind my asking?
Reading. About myself, in a way. You see, until my grandpapa died and left me this place, Not only did I have no idea that this castle existed, but I had no idea my real name was not Mallory, but Malloy. Apparently, Grandpapa changed his name 50 years ago so no one would find out he was Irish.
Why didn't he want people to find out he was Irish?
I think it had something to do with his brother, Brendan, the man who owned this place and was living here when it exploded during World War II. He was rumored to have been a double agent, supposedly doing top-secret research for the Allies, but in truth passing his findings on to the Axis. Not exactly a brother you want people to know about.
If the rumors were true.
Anyway, ever since I found out I'm a Malloy, I can't stop reading about Ireland. So many different people have populated this country at one time or another. The Celts, the Druids, the Gaels. It's all quite fascinating.
Sapphire says, irks him because I don't get scared ever. He's tried so hard. Luke does not startle. Meanwhile, literally, I can be in the kitchen, like cooking something, and my husband will open a jar behind me, and you know when the seal does that? Yeah. I will scream and jump like he just shot a gun behind my head. He's like, what was that? Like, like, there's no reason to startle like that. But there I am. Meanwhile, my husband walks casually into a room and I jump and scream. Well, there's no way you could have heard him coming. He's far too slight and stealthy for that. Trumpet says, my phone tabs are minimal, but as a web developer working on multiple projects at once, I've got 2 browsers running, each with multiple windows open with multiple tabs open in each. Yes. Pip says the door opening sound gets me every time, even if I expect it. Yes. Sapphire says her stepmom startles like that. I'll be walking into the kitchen and speak as I'm walking. I'm coming into the kitchen. She still jumps and cusses. Oh. Luke says last time you almost startled me because you jumped at something that barely made any sound. I can't even remember what it was. I just remember there was like a tiny sound and I shrieked. And he was like, what was that? Oh gosh.
Have you come across anything in here that indicates whose side your great uncle was really on?
No, and if he was half as smart as he was reputed to be, I highly doubt I ever shall. He was quite the inventor, I do know that. Everything that remains in this place seems as if it's been tinkered with. Even his daughter's dollhouse, of all things.
Oh yeah. Like, I was born with the heebie-jeebies. It's never relented.
When you said you sometimes hear Matt, where are you when that happens? In here?
In here, in the nursery, sometimes outside. His voice is always very muffled and very, very faint, so I can never tell where it's coming from or what he's saying. But it's Matt, I'm sure of it.
And you've looked all over for him?
When it became apparent he was missing, we searched everywhere for hours. We were afraid he'd gone wading and drowned or something, or wandered into the bog, or gotten lost out on the moor. But we found no footprints, no clothes lying around, nothing. So when I heard his voice, it dawned on me he was playing one of his outlandish pranks. I was furious with him, but truth be told, it was also a bit of a relief.
Yeah, I have a friend who startles way more easily than I do. And I always feel so bad. Like,
I'd better get to work.
The 5 months I spent living with you, your dad, and Hannah, and Togo, of course. That was a very happy time for me, Nancy. I can't tell you how thrilled I am you're here.
I get to see you again, and I get to see Ireland? I'm the one who's thrilled, believe me. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. I'm your maid of honor, remember?
I haven't forgotten.
Like, I'll startle at unexpected noises. She'll startle at noises she's expecting. Castle. Oh, got a book on Zodiac. Oh, and we just stole it from this ancient library. That's cool. I believe it's a headband. I think it might have like baby's breath or something on it. Yep, spending 5 months for made her the maid of honor, so I have concerns that she doesn't have other friends. Hello, Sacred Sniper. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Yeah.
This is useless. It's not lit.
Ooh, Towers of Hanoi. Okay. So... let's see. Whoop. Another Dave screaming into the void. Mood. Go. Hello, Greek. Welcome, welcome. How are you
This'll
today?
come in handy.
All right.
Whoa, that would have been quite a fall.
Ooh. Crumbling castle, even. Oh, but with a cozy fireplace. We love to see it. Suit of armor just chilling. We're missing a couple of those. Oh dear. What? Oh no. Oh no, not binary. Oh, it says I've never actually seen gameplay of this. How's it been? So, we just started on this playthrough. I have played it before, but it's been a couple of years. Sapphire says, I really want to have a game come out where you can restore this castle. I feel like, to me though, the nursery is already perfect. Like, I love this room so much. What do I have to do to have, like vines growing through my room like that, you know? Branchy ones, not just leafy ones. I already have a Pothos. His name is Porthos. He's Porthos the Pothos. Try to keep the baby company is a nice touch. Like Rehab Addict the game, because I would 100% play that. Not a Property Brothers game. Like, I feel like that's what people always go for, and I don't want that. I want the Rehab Addict game. Says, I played this once, but I barely remember a thing about it. Is it a good one or an unhinged one? It's good. Like... yeah, there's a few unhinged things, like the couple that's about to get married both kind of being red flags. There's a lot of red flags in the relationships. Sacred says low-key reminds me of the ruins of Snow White's castle in Once Upon a Time. Perfect. Ruins of Storybook Castle is my aesthetic. So, yes. Ideal. Okay, so this is supposed to be a nursery.
Hi.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Happy to have you here. Alright, so this is a nursery, and we've got a silent mouth is sweet to hear. And evil returns to the evildoer. See not what you see and hear not what you hear. I just feel like the kid that was being raised in this nursery would be kind of messed up. You know? Yeah, I'd say for this one, like, the gameplay is good, but some of the, like, story character stuff is a little unhinged. Whereas, like, Phantom of Venice, the gameplay is super unhinged. This one, you do not have to dance in a cat suit. The gameplay is very nice, normal Nancy Drew game, and then you talk to the people and you're like, oh my goodness. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Oh gosh. It says, kid's probably fine, well adjusted for sure. Sapphire says, absolutely, I was raised similar and I'm sane and not messed up at all. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, otters. Ah, there we go. So, hang on. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1. Oh, alright. So... Acquire... corner. There's no blue corner, so it can't be that one. Would also require a blue corner, so it can't be that one, which means it can't be that. Okay. The kid probably grew up to be a protagonist in a dark romance novel, but they're fine. Oh my gosh. Oh. They should have put a Sherlock cape and hat on the otters. Ugh. I don't have time for another amigurumi project. I don't. So, yeah, it can't be that one. Need... Okay, can't be that. Ooh, Sapphire says another one I'm playing on Friday. Yes. What are we playing? Okay. Okay, that one goes the wrong way, so can't be that. Oh, Waverly Academy, yes! The snack shop is so good. Okay, so I mentioned I'm really in a Nancy Drew mood, so if I have time after my stuff that I need to get done tonight, I'm thinking I'll play some more Nancy Drew before bed. I have a short list of which one I might play, and Waverly Academy's at the top of the list because I need the snack shop. Like, it's gonna be Waverly Academy or Danger on Deception Island, I think. It says, I bought Waverly Academy to stream at some point, but I low-key just want to play it myself. Oh, I recommend. Because, like, again, the snack shop thing, you only have to do it like a couple of times for the game, And so it's not the most interesting, I guess, for lots of streaming, but oh my gosh, the snack shop is so fun. So, and you get to overhear the students saying completely unhinged things like about their crushes on teachers and stuff. It's insane. It's so good. And so you might want to just bask in that yourself. All right, Luke redeemed snack, and he even brought me a snack to make sure that I snack. So, excuse me a second. Mm-hmm. I know, right? Mm. Oh. Okay. We made it further. Mm. Hmm. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-mm. No green otter heads left. So it can't be that. Mm. Mm-mm. 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 Okay. There's 4 purple otter tails. So can't be that. Can't be that. Mm. They're all facing the wrong way, so it can't be that. Okay, what if we tried this one? Okay, enjoy your lurk, Sapphire. Excited to hear about what you come up with. Can't be that one. Can't be that one. Oh, there's only 2 red otter tails. Okay, well that narrows things down quite a bit. Alright, do this one. Okay. Emote stuff. Okay. Excellent. Don't love that. It's what I've got, but I don't love it. Yes. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Oh, the donut emote, yes. Ah. Truth speaks even though the tongue weak dead? What? That's not English. What on earth? Le bleu. Blue bunny. Like the ice cream brand? Emotes are challenging. They're fun, but challenging. Hmm. Oh. Oh. Hang on. Yes, the people need a soup emote. Hey. Okay, that's fun. I like this one. Mm-hmm. Yes, abandoned castle ruins storybook nursery. Vibe, spot on. Love it. Well, I found his glasses. And personally, if I was going to voluntarily disappear, my glasses would be going with me. Because I wouldn't be able to see to come back. Because I just want to draw Eleonora 400 times. Is that so much to ask? I know. I know. How nearsighted, farsighted are you? I have no idea. I cannot remember what my prescription is off the top of my head. Hang on. My comfortable focal distance is there. I can see there. Anything further than about that, too blurry, can't see it. I literally can't, like, looking at my phone from here, I can see that the top half is a block and the bottom half has like lines. That's it. So
I don't think I can jump that far.
you can make it, Nancy. Bye, Nance. Just for you, Pip. And my prescription does not come in contact. I have to wear glasses. Just for you. Okay, see, this is the Great Hall. Giant room, open to the elements. I mean, this is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like, that, stunning. But he's just sleeping here. Like, that's Deception Island music. They reused that. Like, just sleeping out in this giant room that's open to the elements. He's a psychopath. This is true that the castle's falling apart. Tyler is set up in the library, which does at least have all 4 walls, and the window is closed. So... And the inn is right down the road. Everyone here is nuts.
Hi, you must be Nancy Drew. I'm Kit Foley. Ignore the eye if you can. Walked into a door the other day. Looks worse than it feels. I'm a bit surprised you're still here, given the circumstances.
No one has ever walked into a door in the entire history of ever. Inn costs money, open roof place is free. Suppose... I do feel like there's better places in it, though, than the Great Hall. Punch him, punch him.
I'm not sure I fully understand the circumstances yet.
That's because you've only heard Kyler's version of what's going on. Or worse, that daffy caretaker's version. Either way, it's unlikely you've heard the truth.
The truth being...
Matt isn't playing a practical joke, and he hasn't been kidnapped by fairies. He got cold feet and left. It's as simple as that.
Are you sure?
Well, Matt didn't come out and tell me he was leaving. But hey, I am his best friend. I know him better than anybody. I mean, he loves Kyler, but she can be a handful. And he's no pushover either. Their relationship is so tempestuous, it scares him. She thinks once he makes a real commitment, everything will be fine. But he's not so sure. So he bailed.
If your dating relationship is tempestuous, I don't know that the answer is, well, we'll just make a permanent commitment and that'll fix it. I feel like that might be the kind of detail that it's good to iron out before the permanent commitment part.
Without saying anything to her?
That's just me,
I'm sure
though.
he'll contact her in another day or two. In the meantime, she's in a raging state of denial, and I, for one, don't see any harm in allowing her to stay that way. I seriously doubt he walked out on her for good. It's just that for Matt, marriage is way too much, way too soon.
When or how did you realize that Matt had disappeared?
Kyler and I went for a walk, came back, and the next thing I knew, Kyler was saying Matt was nowhere to be found.
Where did you last see him?
In the nursery. He always seemed to be in the nursery fiddling with things. Whenever I'd tease him about it, he'd always give me this impish little grin like he was up to something. When I checked the nursery and saw that Matt's suitcase and backpack were gone, it finally dawned on me that he had left and he wasn't coming back. Of course, by that time, Kyler had convinced herself that he was simply playing one of his practical jokes, and I couldn't bring myself to burst her bubble, so I didn't.
Sapphire says it's like people who think babies will solve their problems, and Pip says babies can't even do math. But
How come you sound so American?
Because I am American. My father's VP of International Sales for Krollmeister Incorporated. The company transferred him to London 15 years ago. I've pretty much lived there ever since, I just can't seem to pick up the accent.
Sapphire says little Gem learned her colors out of nowhere. Like all of them. Oh, that's fantastic. Says I've seen Rugrats. Babies can do anything. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, Pip. Enjoy your walk. Glad you could visit.
It looks like you're drawing something. Are you an artist?
Me? Not hardly. I'm with a real estate development company. These are just preliminary sketches for a couple of projects we're working on. In other words, I'm doing homework.
Residential real estate or commercial?
Mostly residential. And let me tell you, we'd have a field day with attractive land like the one this castle sits on. Ocean view, easy commute to Donegal, bedrock foundation, readily accessible groundwater. That bog's a bit problematic, but a little sand, a little gravel, a little landscaping, voila! A cluster of 6, maybe 8 luxury homes amid a park-like setting that would sell like lightning.
Found the real villain. Ugh.
Good talking to you.
Drop by anytime.
I can't just go snooping around, not with Kit right there.
Coward. Who's out there buying lightning? Excellent point. Like, hotcakes, I get. Someone must be buying it. There were those characters in Stardust that were collecting it. Oh. Ah.
I shouldn't go messing with this without permission.
Nancy's a chicken.
All done. Still have to do that.
Okay, put the inn.
Did that. Check.
Caretaker.
Can't check that off yet.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done that.
Ooh. Okay.
Did that.
Ooh, and I have a lantern so I can explore.
I haven't done that.
Oh, that's a different thing. Okay.
Still have to do that.
Okay. Let's go to the inn first. Oh.
Where are those lights in the tower coming from?
Well, they seem to be coming from inside the tower. Nancy, are you okay? I finished my cookie. I did good. Hey, Brave. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? I'm gonna walk to the inn, see what's up there. There's a UFO on top of the tower. There's a hole in the floor that shows light from the UFO coming out the window. There you go, you figured it out. You are my date, Luke.
So, you're not so keen on staying at the castle after all, then?
Kyler wants me to find Matt for her.
Come to me for a bit of aid and advice, did you? Well, I've got none to give. Not till I got the day's troubles behind me and a crow's nest in front of me.
Huh?
The mix maid suddenly took ill, leaving poor Seamus on his own, running back and forth, trying to mix and serve at the same time. I ordered soon as I walked in, yet here I sit, dying of thirst. I'll do no talking till I get me crow's nest, and there's the sorry truth of the matter. But now, were some spry and spunky lass to lend poor Seamus a hand by taking over the mixing for a while, that would surely speed the plough.
Sounds good to me. I'll see to it you get your crows whatever, ASAP.
Gonna play mix maid for a while, are ya? Well, here's what you're to do. I'll take the orders and put the tickets up here. Each ticket will have no more than 2 drinks on it. And to save time, I draw little pictures instead of writing out their names. The mixing book will tell you which little picture stands for what drink. It'll also tell you what's in each drink and how to make each drink. Now, to pour something, put the silver mixing glass under either the juice tap or the beer tap. Then, press whatever button the mixing book tells you to press. The book will also tell you how many times to press it. If the drink needs blending, you'll see a picture of a blender at the top of the column in the book. You're to put the solid ingredients into the blender first, then pour whatever's in the mixing glass into the blender. Then press the red button. And when the blending's done, just reach under the counter and find the serving glass that's pictured in the book. Put the serving glass on the grey mat and pour everything from the blender into the serving glass. If the drink doesn't need blending, just find the right serving glass, put it on the grey mat, and pour everything you've poured into the mixing glass into the serving glass. Then add anything else the book tells you to add, put the serving glass on the tray to the right of the ticket it goes to, and start fixing the next drink. Soon as you've made all the drinks on a ticket, ring the bell and I'll serve 'em up. Just remember, if the orders start coming thick and fast and the tickets start piling up, you're to make the drinks on the ticket closest to the bell first. Now,
Okay.
you'll be making no mistakes, I'm sure. But if you do, just toss the glass into the rubbish bin down there to the right and start over. Mind you, lass, you must do the mixing fast and proper. The quicker you mix, the more tips you'll be keeping. To work with you now.
Oh golly, this sounds terrifying. Okay, it's got prune juice.
Another round completed.
And it's ginger beer and birch beer. That's how they're getting away with it. This is very similar to Snack Shop Boss.
Another round completed.
I'll drink one of these. Sure. Yes, okay.
You do fine work, miss. All done and dusted, are ya?
Okay.
Thank you, miss. Take what's in the tip jar, and the next time you help out, you can keep the tips then as well.
Okay.
You make a mean crow's nest, girl. Well done. Now, I'm to tell you what happened to the Sassenach, am I?
I'm sorry, happened to the what?
The Sassenach. The Englishman. The one Kyler was supposed to be marrying. Well, what happened to him is this. The she took him. The good people. Whisked him straight off to their world, they did.
By the good people, you mean fairies?
You'll not be hearing me call him that. All of us have a name we prefer, and with them, the good people it is. So that's what I call him, and you'd be wise to do the same.
Just what are these good people going to do with him?
Whatever they please. He's in their world now, and he'll not be coming back. That's as much of the truth as we'll ever know. 'Tis not the first time the good people have seen fit to meddle in the affairs of Castle Malloy. Caused the explosion they did.
Explosion?
Aye, the one that half destroyed the place. The man who lived there in 1944, Brendan Malloy was his name. He was a scientist, charged with making rocket fuel, people say. Only one summer night, something went terrible wrong. There was a flash, like 1,000 lightning bolts. Then a huge boom sent everything south of the library flying towards the sky. Brendan, his wife, Caitlin, Used to own this place, she did. Aye, and their little girl, Fiona. All three were lost to the world forever when the place blew. But the blame lay not with Malloy. It was the good people. They'd taken a shine to Fiona, is why. And they knew that little girls, no matter how much they're adored by wee folk or mortals, sooner or later, all little girls grow up and grow old. The good people couldn't bear to see this happen to their beloved Fiona, so they made full sure it never did.
Sounds to me like the good people are actually just the opposite.
They have their ways, and we have ours, is all. That's just the way of things. Got plans for you, they do.
Ooh.
The fairies? The good people? What makes you say that?
I meant to pocket your car keys for safekeeping on my way over here, but I couldn't find 'em.
You mean my keys weren't in the car?
Aye, that's exactly my meaning. Taken they were. The good people want you to be staying.
The name of this place. Just what exactly is a banshee?
A woman, one of the good people, as alive as you and me, with wild hair almost as long as the tattered grey robe billowing up around her whenever she appears. Sometimes she takes on the form of a hooded crow, but it's the sound she makes, her terrible wailing, that strikes fear in the human heart. Because when a mortal hears the wail of a banshee, it means someone is about to die.
Ooh.
I saw someone with long hair and a gray robe outside the castle tonight.
Did you know?
It ran across the road in front of me. That's why my car's in the ditch.
Not till I was 54 did I see a banshee. To see one at your age, on your very first night in Ireland. A special lass you are indeed.
There's no other explanation for what I saw?
There might be 24 explanations for what you saw, but none, save one, is the truth.
Oh, that's actually a really cool line. I like that.
Do you dislike all Englishmen as much as you dislike Matt Simmons? Or is he special somehow?
I've little use for any Sassenach, but I took a disliking to this one soon as I laid eyes on him. Arrogant he was, cocky, disrespectful, foolish, always touching things he shouldn't, going places he didn't belong. Worse than a stray dog, that one was.
Pavius asks, have you beat all these games? Almost. I've beaten most of them, except when I got to Labyrinth of Lies, I only got partway through that one. And I don't think I've played any after that, but I'm not positive. Nice.
What about Kyler?
Aye, Kyler. She's different. She belongs here. It's in her blood. It's the reason she does naught but read up in the library. She'll not be leaving Ireland, mark my words. And if she winds up marrying Mr. Foley, all the better.
So Kit, you like?
Aye. He may talk like a Yank and live like a Brit, but there's Irish in the lad. I saw it right off. Little wonder he's in love with the girl. They'll make a fine pair.
Whoa, wait a minute. Kit's not in love with Kyler.
Blind, are you
she's not
now?
in love with him.
Loves her, he does indeed. He's all but wearing a sign saying so. He came to the wedding early to make sure there'd never be a wedding. Only the good people saw to that for him. Ah, the luck of the Irish.
Pavius says seems to be a lot of overlap with Mist and Nancy players. That makes perfect sense to me. Ooh, okay. Mist, iconic puzzle adventure game series. I want to say leaning more toward the puzzle. They're very, I want to call it kind of steampunk low fantasy. There are magical books that transport you to other worlds, but you have to solve puzzles to find the books that will let you out of them again. And they're fantastic. First one came out in 1993. they've recently been remaking some of them with like updated graphics and everything. I mean, like, it's true. So, yeah, I want to play the fourth one on stream, and I haven't been able to get it running. But I mean, they're puzzle games, where you're helping a friendly person. Like, they're puzzle games that have relationships in them, and they're pretty. Like, even though for most of it it's like you kind of exploring all by yourself, they still have a cozy vibe. Okay, if you're playing darts, it's either this one, Haunting of Castle Malloy, or Warnings at Waverly Academy. Ah, my screen name blah, 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 does have a story, yes. So I got the idea from a very, very cringy J-drama that's a live-action adaptation of a like 90s manga series. So there's a very cringy J-drama that I absolutely love. I happened to find it at exactly the right time for it to change my life. It's called My Little Lover, which is an absolutely terrible title, and I really wish they'd called it anything else. I think they should have called it Chill Me in My Pocket. Okay, knowing the answer.
Guess I'll go now.
Be careful out there, lass.
Hang on. Speaking of darts. Let's try that again. Countdown must be exactly 0 after all darts have been launched at the target. 50, 25. Okay. Okay, the Academy one. I really enjoy that one. I find it very replayable. Yeah, Waverly is really fun. Yeah, the environment is really well designed. Like I can actually find my way around in that one. And good look. Has really good mini games, which a lot of the games where they try to be more mini game heavy are not great. That one is. I don't know, but the gameplay is so good that it has this really strong replay value anyway. So close. I mean, it's Nancy Drew, so they're all a little bit questionable. Because you need to have a reason for a teenager to be solving a mystery. Good. Where's 4? Okay. Hey, I got a little duck doll. Secrets remake is the worst, yes. Ooh. So I really like a lot of the puzzles in Waverly as well. Okay, the air hockey I do not love, but I do really like the darts game. I love the snack shop. Like snack shop boss thing. Like it's fantastic. Yeah, I like... Yeah, Waverly is a very, very replayable one. Okay. So, One Inch Princess comes from a very cringy J-drama called My Little Lover, which I think should have been called Chiyomi in My Pocket. The main character in that, the story is meant to be sort of a, bear with me, a modern day gender bent high school AU version of a Japanese folktale called the One Inch Samurai. The One Inch Samurai, in the folktale, his name is Isunbushi, which is 1 inch boy. In the J-drama, the main character is like posting these stories online under the screen name Isunhime, which is 1 inch princess. And I happened to come across that series at exactly the perfect time for it to be life-changing for me. So yeah, I'm out here. I'm only 1 inch high, but I'm doing my best. The 1 Inch Samurai is an absolutely phenomenal folktale. And I said the series is cringe, but good. It's difficult to explain. Octavius asks, how do you make a remake worse? Benjamin said, you make it worse by cutting content and making the path shorter and more linear. And also by rewriting the ending so that it doesn't make sense anymore. That's very important as well. Oh, and bulletin boards. Bulletin boards are so important. Can't make a game without bulletin boards. Ooh, got to use the martini glass.
You do fine work, miss.
Very modern of them. Endings never make sense anymore. Yes. Yeah, so many bulletin boards.
You do fine work, miss.
Hang on, give me just a second. Whoop.
Another round completed.
Okay. All right, snack it is. Hang on, he brought me snacks again. Need to get a better stash set up here. I can see a menu on the table and I can't sit down and eat. Nom nom. All right, give me a second here. It's a crunchy snack. Hang on. That one might be a little messy for stream. Oh, Dagnabbit, so close. I have it on my list. I don't know when I'll actually get it, and that's okay. I've got plenty of games I'm already working on. Eight. Okay. Ooh, I doubled my money. Mm-hmm. Luke says, I know mine would watch that. Dang. Man, that's messy. Whoops. Sorry. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. I got a whistle. Anyone can whistle. That's what they say. Benjamin's bribing again. Thank you for the bits, Benjamin. Okay. I only got 2 coins, but you know what? I'll take it. Alright. What a cute baby. He just wants to play in the pool with the little girl. Gosh. Yes, Difference Detective is hard. Like, kind of ridiculously hard. Mm. Oh.
If I want to call somebody, I need to use my phone card.
Oh, Nancy. Hi, Chiv. Welcome, welcome.
Hello?
Hi, Ned. It's me.
Hey, Nancy. How come you're not calling from your cell phone?
It's kind of a long story. So, are you at the pool party?
Yeah. In fact, Kathy and Carrie say hi. So do their parents, and everyone else who's here. Which is pretty much all of River Heights.
You sound funny.
I just miss you, that's all. Look, enough about me. I want to hear about Ireland. How's it going?
Well, it would be going a whole lot better if the guy Kyler came here to marry wasn't missing.
The groom is missing?
She thinks he's just playing a practical joke.
Wait a minute. You and Kyler are there by yourselves?
No, Matt's best friend is here too. So's the caretaker, Mr. Delaney.
This guy Matt thinks disappearing less than a week before his wedding is funny? I'm no expert on marriage or anything, but I don't think that's a good sign.
Green flag Ned.
Something that kind of looked like a woman and kind of didn't ran across the road right in front of me just as I got to the castle.
What do you mean it kinda looked like a woman?
It had all this long, wild hair, and it was wearing something flowing, like a dress or a robe. But its face, it just didn't look human. Do you know what a banshee is?
You think you saw a banshee?
If I were Mr. Delaney, the castle's Irish caretaker, I'd think so, yeah.
A banshee, as in the creature that supposedly wails before someone dies.
Right. Well, technically it's a fairy, not a creature.
Here we go again. You're in Ireland not 2 hours, and what happens?
A mystery falls into my lap. A harmless mystery. Don't worry, Ned.
You're fine. Right.
Remember that, like, early mid-2000s Nancy Drew movie? Cannot remember for the life of me remember who's in it. I haven't watched it since it came out. What I do remember is that in the books, Ned is like captain of the football team or something. Like, like he's an all-American boy. And in the modern movie, he was wearing a scarf. And his only scene, he spent the entire time whining. It was just like so helpless without Nancy, okay? Like, there were parts of the movie that worked well. Like, one thing I really liked was they had Nancy be very into vintage fashion, so even though it was set modern day, she was still dressed classic Nancy Drew, and they just had that be, like, her thing. I thought that was a really cool touch. But, oh gosh, I could not handle their Ned. Nobody appreciates Ned anymore. It's a whole thing.
Kit Foley, Matt the groom's best friend, has a black eye, which he says is because he walked into a door.
When a guy says that, it usually means he walked into some other guy's fist.
If that's true, that means Kit is lying, which makes Matt's sudden disappearance even more disturbing.
It'd make me wonder, that's for sure.
I have the feeling someone at Castle Malloy knows more than they're saying about Matt's disappearance.
Someone like who?
Someone like Kit. It's just real hard for me to ignore that black eye of his.
Except it's so obvious. If Kit were guilty of some kind of foul play when it comes to Matt's disappearance, you'd think he'd come up with something better than the old walking into a door story.
So are you saying the black eye makes him innocent?
I'm just playing devil's advocate. You're the detective, not me. Thank goodness.
I'd really like to get into the tower of Castle Malloy.
What's stopping you?
The lack of stairs, for one thing.
There are no stairs?
They were destroyed along with half the castle in a mysterious explosion during World War II. Apparently the guy who lived here then, Brendan Malloy, was some kind of mad scientist.
Why do you want to get up in the tower so bad?
I saw some strange lights coming from inside it. I can't help but think it might have been Matt.
Why would he be up in a tower?
Maybe that's where he's hiding out.
You just said there's no way to get in.
I know, but maybe...
He learned how to fly.
You're not helping, Ned.
Sorry, Nancy.
That's it for now.
All right, talk to you later.
Okay. So, do we talk to Bess or go back to the castle? We'll be back here soon enough. We'll talk to Bess then.
Did that. All done. Did that. Check.
Except you can't talk to them and see if you can stay there for the night. Like, that's what it says to do, but you can't talk to anyone about staying there. Like, ah! So she says we did that, but we didn't really do that. Alright, let's explore the grounds a bit. Oh, there's paths. Isn't that nice? Let's see. We found a swamp.
What is that?
That seems dangerous to go into. Maybe we come back later. Can't go there. Sad. Okay. That rabbit is a killer. Gosh. Ooh. Hello.
Wonder what that crow's doing in there.
Sure, it's a crow. It kind of looked more like a magpie. Oh, I love this. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Okay, hang on. Yep. Not you either. Okay, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Okay. Oh, looks like Kyler was also having cold feet. Shocking. That girl had absolutely no cause to be there, but I'm just... epic. Excellent. Okay. What over here? Ooh. Wall. Naps are all well and good, but I really prefer a good night's sleep. I agree. Passionately. Okay. Talk to Kyler. Yeah. Okay.
Nancy, splendid timing. I just thought of something you can do for me. There's an old-fashioned printing press downstairs. Have you seen it?
It's so big, it's pretty hard to miss.
It came with the castle. My great-uncle Brendan had all sorts of gizmos and gadgets and machinery lying around. Anyway, when I saw the printer, I told Matt why not save some money and print the programs for the wedding right here. Problem is, Matt failed to get them done before he turned into the merry prankster. And since I have the mechanical aptitude of a bacterium, would you mind finishing the job for me? You'd only have to print 3 more sheets, and the plate, the ink, the paper, everything you need is right there.
No problem.
Thank you, Nancy. You're the best.
Okay. Okay. Print 3 sheets. Also, we have enough tokens. This thing.
I would like a fortune.
Hello. Ooh. You're the bee's knees. Thank you. Nice to hear. Something like this.
Alan Payne. That's kind of weird.
Had a different best man when they drafted the invitation or the programs. Interesting.
I'd better finish the rest of these before I go anywhere.
I'm trying to, Nance. Give me a minute. All right, have a good day, Boomer. Thanks for visiting.
All done.
Okay.
What's going on?
Have you ever been up in the tower?
You saw the stairs, or what's left of them. There's no way to get up there.
Hello, Ciation. Welcome, welcome. How are you today?
I could have sworn I saw lights coming from it.
Perhaps it was the good people come a-calling on their good friend and all. Or maybe it was just reflected moonlight or something. So if you're thinking Matt's up there, forget it. Ain't no way.
If you and Matt are best friends, how come he didn't make you his best man?
Matt felt like it would be a good move for him politically if he asked this guy he knows from work, Alan Payne, to be his best man, and I said fine, don't worry about it. No big deal.
Time for me to scoot.
See ya.
Lurking and working. A worky turkey. Alright, hang on. Okay. Hang on. 1 0 0 0 0 1 1. Okay. What? 64 plus 2 plus 1. Pigeon says, oh dear, I started reading a pineapple on pizza argument online. I don't understand why people get so worked up about that one. Like it's tasty. $67 C. It's the best time. There's no need for fighting. I wouldn't go so far as best because pepperoni is a thing. But granted, I tend to be a little bit experimental with my pizzas. I've been going through a thing lately where I don't do red sauce, but I do,
I'd better go tell Kyler I finished printing her programs.
but I do put tomatoes on the pizza. So I don't have tomato sauce, but I do have tomatoes.
Did you finish the programs?
Yep. But I noticed that they say the best man is someone named Alan Payne. If Kit is Matt's best friend, why isn't Kit the best man?
Matt said that's the way Kit wanted it. He got here early too. But when Matt vanished, Alan was certain that Matt was playing a joke and refused to be the butt of it. So he went back to London, saying he'll reappear only when Matt does and not a moment before. You know, perhaps you should give Alan a call. 0044-020-7946-0481. He may have seen something while he was here that could help you find Matt. You'll have to use the phone down the road at the inn, however. My cell phone gets absolutely no reception here.
If Matt was staying in the nursery, where's his luggage?
Right there by his cot.
It's not there now.
But it was there, just last night. I remember seeing it when I peeked in to see if he'd finally decided to reappear. At least, I think I saw it last night. If it's not there now, perhaps Denol moved it, took it to storage or something. Because I know I saw it after Matt went missing. So it's around here somewhere. Just like he's around here somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Did you know when you decided to hold your wedding here that half the place is pretty much rubble?
Oh, yes. Mind you, I didn't even know that Castle Malloy existed until Grandpapa died and I was notified that I'd inherited it. At which point the executor of his estate sent me pictures and assured me that despite its appearance, it was in fact habitable.
Which part of it is habitable? Like, I haven't seen a working bathroom or a kitchen or anything. I feel like these are kind of baseline for habitable.
I found these glasses in the fireplace in the nursery.
Those are Matt's. You found them in the fireplace.
Did you look there when you were searching for Matt?
Of course not. Why would we look in the fireplace? Matt never, ever took his glasses off. Mostly because without them, he can't see 2 feet in front of him.
2 whole feet? Wow.
Did he have an extra pair?
It's possible. Any normal person with eyesight as bad as his would have had 10 extra pairs. But how did those get broken? Oh, Nancy, maybe he truly is in trouble.
Let me do some more looking around before we jump to any conclusions. The glasses could still just be part of an elaborate practical joke.
You're absolutely right. Please find him, Nancy. I do so want to strangle him.
I'm gonna go play detective now.
Good luck.
No, I'm the one playing detective. Ooh.
All done.
Dead body could be part of a joke. Yeah, like, I mean, again, granted, I am not a prankster of any kind, but glasses are expensive, especially if you have that intense of a prescription. Like, I am not going to shatter a pair of glasses for a joke. Tell me that you don't wear glasses without telling me you don't wear glasses.
Did that. All done. Check. I haven't done that. Did that.
Okay. Thank you. Benjamin says, cheap reading glasses for a joke? Maybe. Fancy thick prescription lenses? I ain't made of money. Exactly. Like, if you're using dollar store readers, that's one thing. But she, like, identified those as his glasses, meaning his everyday glasses. and that he has this intense prescription. Like, no, absolutely not.
All done.
Uh-oh. Feel better.
Hello?
Yes, hi. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Castle Malloy. I'm Kyler Mallory's maid of honor.
Yes, I remember that name. Has Matthew finally put an end to that ridiculous prank of his?
No, I'm afraid he's still at it. But if you have a second, could I ask you some questions?
It should be a minute or two before my ride gets here. What's on your mind?
Way to go, Nancy Hannah. Yes, doing dishes is the worst.
Did you see or hear anything strange while you were at Castle Malloy?
If you mean, did I get the impression that the castle was haunted or enchanted or anything like that? No. Frankly, I was too distracted by the strange human goings-on to pay much attention to anything else.
What do you mean?
I mean, for three people who purport to be friends, it seemed to me they did an inordinate amount of fighting. For instance, the evening before Matt disappeared, he and Kit had a terrible row. I couldn't make out exactly what was being said, but they both sounded very angry. Furious, I dare say. In fact, the next time I saw Kit, he was sporting a black eye. And the next morning, Matt and Kyla had a go at each other. Nothing physical, mind you, and once again, I couldn't make out what was said, but I promise you, they were quite put out with each other. I was more than happy to bid the lot of them farewell, though I imagine I'll be returning to the castle before too long. Matt is bound to find his prank as tedious as everyone else does eventually. I must be off. Nancy, it was a pleasure venting to you. Hopefully before too long we shall meet in person. Cheers.
Nick says, I just glare at the dishes and they wash themselves out of fear and respect. That's it. Stack them all up and spin kick it.
Hello? Is this a sales call?
No, Bess, it's me, Nancy. I'm calling from a phone in Ireland.
Nancy, hi! George, get over here. It's Nancy. Hi, Nan. You'd better be having a great time there because you are missing an incredible time here. The Dunhills throw the best parties. You should see all the awesome pool toys they've got. And everywhere you look, some cute guy in swim trunks is standing over a barbecue grilling something. I'm in heaven.
Sounds fabulous. Be sure to wish Kathy and Carrie a happy birthday for me.
You know, one person I haven't seen is Ned. Yeah, me neither.
He's there somewhere. I talked to him earlier.
So, what's going on with you?
Matt, the guy my friend Kyler came here to marry, he's missing.
How can the groom be missing?
He came to Ireland with Kyler and his best friend Kit, but now he's nowhere to be found. Kyler is convinced he's pulling a prank.
A prank?
Apparently, he's a pretty big practical joker.
More like a pretty big moron. Do you think he's pulling a prank?
Actually, I'm kind of thinking his disappearance may have something to do with a weird-looking person who ran across the road in front of me just as I got to the castle and made me drive into a ditch.
You wrecked your car? She gets in an accident and you're worried about some stupid rental car? Real nice, Bess. Well, Nancy's obviously okay or she wouldn't be calling.
Anyway, whomever or whatever I saw just kind of vanished right afterwards.
Just like the groom. Whoa. Incoming. Check it out. Oh my gosh.
Guys? Hello? Bess? George? Anyone?
Sorry, we were hopelessly distracted by a truly amazing set of washboard abs.
Oh gosh. You know it's gotta be good if even George got in on it. Oh, that's wonderful.
Whoever ran out in front of my car dropped a handmade doll that looks like the missing groom.
A handmade doll? That's kind of freaky. Dolls are freaky, period. Who around there would be making dolls?
As far as I can tell, no one.
Sounds to me like you've got a mystery on your hands. Imagine that.
My cell phone bit the dust when I drove into the ditch, so I'm calling from the payphone of this quaint little country inn.
Quaint as in charming, or quaint as in a borderline health hazard?
Quaint is in a place where people go to play games like darts and relax over their favorite combination of fruit juices.
Honestly, that sounds really nice.
In fact, anytime I want to play the games here, I can earn tokens by mixing drinks. Turns out that's something I'm pretty good at.
You've been mixing drinks for people? Shouldn't you be doing something a little more maid of honorly?
The caretaker, Mr. Delaney, hangs out here. It's the only way I could get him to talk.
Why do you want to talk to the caretaker?
I promised Kyler I'd find Matt. I figured Mr. Delaney might know something that could help me.
And did he?
He says Matt was kidnapped by fairies.
I'll bet you were thrilled to hear that.
They also have root beer, birch beer, and ginger beer on tap. Again, this sounds like a fun place.
According to Alan Payne, Matt's best man, there was a lot of arguing going on just before Matt disappeared. Matt was fighting with Kit, Kyler was fighting with Matt. Alan said he went back to London to wait for Matt to reappear because he couldn't stand all the constant squabbling.
So all was not blissful in premaritalville, eh? Wait a minute. If Kit is Matt's best friend, why isn't he his best man?
Good question. Unfortunately, the person most qualified to answer it has disappeared. Did I tell you that Kit Foley has a black eye?
Why am I not surprised?
I found a draft of the vows Kyler is planning to say at her wedding.
Oh, custom-written vows are so sweet.
Problem is, these vows have the words, "What am I doing? This is wrong," scrawled beneath them.
That can't be good. How do you know she was talking about the wedding? Maybe she was just frustrated because she couldn't put her feelings into words.
That's true.
Did you ask her about them? What's the point? If she is having second thoughts about getting married, she probably won't admit it, seeing as she's failed to mention it before.
That's true, too.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't suggesting that Kyler is behind Matt's disappearance, are you?
I admit that doesn't make much sense.
But it is a possibility. You two are terrible.
That's actually a really cool story idea. Ooh.
That's all I got for now. You guys are wearing sunscreen, right?
Yes, Nancy.
Just checking. Bye.
Oh, suggested that Kyler, having cold feet and not wanting to admit it, that she might be behind Matt's disappearance. Why does that, like, as a story concept, like, if she really was the one behind it, why does that to me feel like it would be in, like, a movie filmed in India? Nancy's friends totally have a group chat she isn't part of. They have a group chat she is part of too. Just to be fair. But yes, they probably have a group chat she isn't part of where they mostly just worry about her. Some of these drinks sound pretty good, honestly. This one has... Is that cherry or pomegranate juice? I think pineapple and orange.
You do fine work, miss.
Yeah, she's out of coverage a lot. Smuggler's Gold. Well...
You do fine work, miss. You do fine work, miss.
I think it's cherry, though pomegranate would be good. Like a little bit less tart, because there's so much citrus in that array. I feel like you need something that's a little less tart.
I haven't done that. Check.
Alright, I'm gonna do one more because I want to have a little bit more spending money.
You do fine work, miss.
Thanks. I live for positive feedback. Oh.
You do fine work, miss.
And whoop. I haven't decided what we'll buy. But I do want to make sure I beat all of the difference detective puzzles.
You do fine work, miss.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Is there at least one more? Yep, I was right. There's one with clouds, I know that much. Whoops. Clicked the wrong thing. I think I needed that. Oh man, one more. This is what Red Knot dreams about. If you want to play with the commands a little bit, try affirmation. I'm not going to find that last one. I'll have to do it again. Have to do it again. You have to beat them all. Oh, I don't know if I've had this one. She is very creepy looking. Like a doll's eyes. Creepy shark lady. This one's really hard. Wow. There's always one that's like impossible. She is a creepy shark. Yeah. Oh no, Luke found one. Oh. Okay. So there's two. Oh, dinos in hats. Where can we do this for real? I want to go. Man, some of these are insanely hard. Yeah. Still two left. And like, getting dumber. Oh yeah, it's really hard. I'll figure them all out eventually, but man. pelt a girl robot because it's wearing lipstick. Yep. Oh yeah, these definitely get harder as they go. Hmm. Oh, 2 coins. Yay. How many of these are there? Ah, I don't remember this one. Hmm. Huh? Come on. Okay. One more. Attention. Um. Yeah, a lot of times with like hidden object games and stuff, I can find things I'm missing just based on I feel like there should be something in this area. Strategy's not working for me here. Oh no. Yes, the horse is wearing earplugs. His license plate is I rob. Um, um, oh man. 3 left. Oh dear. Oh, Luke says he found one. Where? Um, coins. Oh, thank you. Still missing 2. I know, I feel like there should be something on the cat. Been looking. Wait. 1 stripe. Okay, there's still 1 missing thing though. Womp. Last one, then we go back to like the actual game. Oh my. Get their doll's eyes are really creeping me out. I know, they're so hard. Oh no. There's still 3 more. Womp. Yeah, I said the ad break is a horror show. Wait, do you mean like it's terrible? Or like it's for a horror movie? On my good family friendly stream? Well, we're mostly family friendly. Oh.
You do fine work, miss.
For a horror computer game. Oh dear.
You do fine work, miss.
Yeah, dinner's in the crock pot again, so I can smell it this time too, so I'm also suffering if that makes it any better.
You do fine work, miss.
Luke, deploy moderation. Yeah. Thank you. Trying to water my princess. You can also try affirmation. Benjamin says, I vote shorten it to affirm. Okay, it's not a bad idea. There you go. Does anyone have pets? Not currently. My parents have a cat that's fat enough for 3 cats. So.
How's it going?
Alan Payne told me he overheard you and Matt arguing the day before Matt disappeared. And pretty much right before you walked into that door.
What were you doing talking to Alan Payne?
I thought he might know something that could help us find Matt.
I told you, Matt bailed. He doesn't want to be found. Look, like I said, Alan Payne doesn't really know Matt or me that well, okay? The fact is, he misunderstood what he heard. Matt and I have been friends for more than 12 years. We were just fooling around.
Fooling around? You ended up with a black eye.
I told you that was an accident. I'm clumsy.
What were you two talking about?
I forget. That's how inconsequential it was. Hey, I just remembered. Carla wants me to do the seating chart for the wedding dinner.
Ooh.
Like I said, I can't bring myself to tell her there's not going to be a wedding. Anyway, I need to get to work on it, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Of course, you could always give it a shot. You just have to figure out where each guest should sit by taking into account their needs and preferences. What do you say?
Gosh, I'm glad we didn't do that for our wedding.
Sure, I can do that.
Excellent. Just fill it out and bring it back to me when you think you've got everyone sitting in the right place.
Okay. Luke said, looks like Payne knows you well to me, bud. So says we have a tub in the back of the fridge. I expect to gain sentience any day now. I know we need to clean out the fridge.
Because unless and until it gets done, afraid I'm gonna be pretty much incommunicado.
Probably should go through the fridge and clean it out. Even if it's just broad strokes. Okay. No. Okay, it's Nancy to her right. Okay, boom. We tried. Everything leading into it tried to go wrong, but the day of went pretty nicely. Oh. Okay. Benjamin has 3 cats and 2 dogs. Nancy Anna asked, why is he so offended we spoke to someone else? Because he's a liar. And when liars are lying to you, they can't afford for you to talk to people who might contradict their lies. Like, everything he says has a little bit of a con artist flavor to it to me. Like, everything has spin. I'm not saying he's a sociopath, I'm just saying. Mm. Yes. Okay. Didn't Nancy say there? That looks right. Okay. So. Check. Yes. 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 Okay, it's not that. Hmm. All looks right to me. So. Why is it not? Can I run it by him anyway? Like, I feel like she should say something.
How's the seating chart coming?
Could you take a look at it?
You bet. This looks great. Wow.
Really?
You did it. I'm impressed.
So now we can talk.
Really?
Yeah, now we can talk. Oh, hey, actually, you might want to take a look at this first.
Quit
I found it
deflecting.
on the floor in Matt's room when I was looking for him.
What is it?
Frankly, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but maybe it will to you. Take it.
Yeah, no, there. That looks right. Social class at a glance.
If anybody can figure out what Matt was doing with it, you can, I'm sure. Good luck.
Okay. Ah. Hang on. Yeah, he deflected again. Mm-hmm. Telling ya, he's got con artist vibes. There's a couple of true crime podcasts that I've listened to a lot, hosted by the same woman, but they were with like different networks or something. Red Collar and Blood Money. Not family friendly, but they're all about white collar criminals who turn to murder. And wow, does it make you paranoid. Yeah, he's giving me the creeps. Well, we can try something with this. And then probably wrap up so we can have our dinner. Well, at some point, Luke needs to eat too. I've had snack redeems. Okay. This one. That's right. Face left. Yeah, I have to do a couple of things with the soup still. I'm sorry. Aha! Hello, hello. Creepy little doll. Okay. Token. And 3 of those little gems we were looking for. No food, only stream. Can't. I want to have dinner. I've got stuff to do tonight. Just gonna get her in the house so I don't start this up again like, why are we outside? Okay. Save. Alright. So I'm gonna call it here. Should be back hopefully usual time tomorrow, about 3 o'clock Eastern. So, and I don't know what I'm playing. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. But until then, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm so glad you were able to spend this time with me, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.